Two, one.
Hi.
Hi.
And today we are going to be talking about Barbie books.
There should be 4 here, but unfortunately, Georgia was on a work-related thing for a couple of weeks and didn't get a chance to read her book. And then she renewed hers, but I finished mine, and yeah. So one of the books is not here, very sorry. But it will be above our heads wherever I choose to put it. And yeah. So we've got 2 books, imagine there's a second one there, that ones we've read, and 2 books we haven't read yet, but we're very excited to read.
Well, I'm halfway through that one, so.
Shall we begin with yours?
Yeah, so this one is called Michael Moonhulk. Basically, it's about a boy that gets bullied by someone called Darren Byshock. He was a nasty bully, but there's kind of a twist. This boy is picking on this other boy, and he goes to the fields, and he's just basically meets this bull, and he's a very big bull, and he talks to the bull.
Okay.
And it's really, really weird, and I don't know how to describe it, but it's really funny at the end, because at the back, what would happen when one of Darren's victims dares him to take on Oliver? Basically, it's kind of saying that the bull is ready to charge the other people, because the guy speaks through and says, "Can you help me? I'm being bullied." So
it sounds like a good book. Is this off your mammoth Barrington Stoke list?
yeah, I've got somebody to read.
So did you enjoy this book?
Oh yes, I really did.
What would you rate it out of 5?
A 4.
Ooh. And would you recommend it?
Yes, I would actually recommend it.
Good. That's part of a new thing we're trying to start. Mine has suddenly vanished off the screen. Here we go. Tablet to the rescue. So mine is Silhouette. I will probably have it above my head, hopefully. If not, it'll be above Georgia's head. And this is the Doctor Who book that we have been, would we say, slyly talking about?
Yeah.
There's a few, like, if you've looked at the last few videos, we've mentioned it once or twice. So now we can finally talk about it. It's called Silhouette.
Why? That's why I say why.
It's really cool. And it is a 12th Doctor novel with Clara, but it also features the Paternoster gang, Madame Vastra, Strax and Jenny. And it's set in Victorian London, and it's really funny. So this was released in 2014, and it's not a long book, is it? I would say it's a bit longer than this one, but slimmer than this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a really, really good read. It's set during the frost fairs that used to happen on the river. The river would freeze so much that they could hold like carnivals and fairs and stuff. Which, as you know, the Doctor seems to go to the frost fairs a lot.
Yeah.
And Silhouette is actually the name of one of the main characters that they meet. Just lost it again. But yeah, basically she was a puppeteer, and then she's been in, like, her body's been changed slightly, so now she can make her puppets do anything. She can control origami, she can blend into shadows, and it's really, really cool. Apologies, technology is not my friend, and it decided to come off the screen. And she has 2 cohorts. I'm trying to think of the names while it's loading, but it's just not letting me. Yes, just less on it. Right, here we go. Sorry, apologies for this. Right. So she has 2 cohorts that are known as... I'm so sorry about this.
It's fine.
It'd be easy if we had the book.
Yeah, technology these days is just rubbish.
Affinity.
Ah. Well, that's a nice name.
Yeah, he's not nice.
Ah.
Well, he's not evil, shall we say. None of them are evil. And Empath. And they were all human once. Empath can control emotions. He absorbs and redistributes them. And there's this climactic point where Empath has been collecting all the anger for a purpose. And I don't want to spoil it too much because obviously it's a really, really good story. But Empath, Affinity and Silhouette aren't the bad people in this. There is someone controlling them who made them what they are. Because like I said, they were just normal humans and they were sort of captured and changed and stuff and forced. And it's got a nice ending to it.
Yeah.
So, bit of a love story at the end. So Georgia wanted to read it, but like I said, unfortunately...
I was working somewhere.
Yeah, and I didn't think to renew it. We renewed her book, but I didn't think to renew mine. And yeah, so we'll have to get that one again, unless we suddenly find it on our travels. But yeah, that was my book from last time. Shall we move on to our books from this time?
Yeah.
Do you want to take Miranda Hart?
Yes.
And I will take Neil Gaiman. So, what is your book?
Miranda Hart. It's... I wouldn't... Because I'm used to my normal books. It was really difficult for me to read at first, but then I got used to it.
Should we clarify, it is a children and teens book, so it's
Yes.
not like a grown-ups book or anything. It is written for young people.
The girl with the lost
Smile.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, we both want to read this, but because I've got Neverwhere, George is reading it first. And it's just super, super interesting. Are you enjoying it so far?
I am actually. I really am enjoying it. It's just a bit... My brain's like, what's going on?
It's bigger than what you've recently been
Yeah,
tackling.
my brain's like,
so.
you can't read this much.
And you're like, I can and
Yeah.
I will.
So, it says here at the back, Chloe Long had lost her smile. She looks everywhere for it. Under the pillows, under the bed, under her nose, obviously. She tries everything to bring it back. Her favourite cake, her favourite gran, her favourite jokes, obviously. But nothing seems to be working until one night something literally happens to Chloe. She finds out another world out there.
Ooh. See, I'm so jealous that George is reading it first.
It's so fun.
So, what would you rate it so far? Because you haven't finished it, have you?
A 3.
Okay.
I rated a 3 so far, but as it seems to be a bigger book, I think I'll rate it like from a 1 to 10. I'll tell you after.
Well, obviously we'll come back to what
Yeah.
we thought of it at a later point. Is that all you want to say about
Yeah.
that? You putting it down?
Yeah.
Right, so our last book for today is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Now, I've only just started reading this because for our boredom busting video from last week, we talked about the books that we like to read, and I picked up Magical Misfits, and we were going to put the books away, and I was like, I want to read it again. So I've only just started reading this. I think I've only ever read it once, but I don't remember when that was. So I don't... It feels like I'm coming at it afresh, if that makes sense, so I don't remember what happened. It's about a guy called Richard Mayhew, and he finds a mysterious girl bleeding on the pavement, and his life changes from boring to mystical in an instant. All we know about the girl so far is her name is Dor. and she's on the run from 2 assassins in black suits, and she comes from the London below. Not the normal London, the London below. And it's, so far, it's really good. It's sort of like Coraline. I mean, it's the same author, obviously. Same sort of style. Here's some of the artwork and such.
Yes, same.
And I am enjoying it so far. I think I'd rate it about a 3, but that's just because I've only just started reading it, so I can't really give it too much of a rating. It's got some kind of dark...
Yeah.
But that's kind of Neil Gaiman all over. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Hopefully it won't take too long to read. I mean, it is 435 pages long. But I'm like 3 chapters in, so...
And it does read fast.
Yeah. Sorry I can't give much more information. It's just, like I said, I've only just started reading it. So, anyway, those were our books that we read last time and the books we're reading this time. Give us some recommendations of books you've read recently, and if we've read them, we will be... Yeah. If we haven't, we'll probably add them to our ever-growing list that if it was real, would probably be higher than the ceiling right now.
Yeah, I think if we could actually write on these walls, I think the whole room will be covered in books that we need to read.
Yeah, you see those images of people, they have a list of paper and it suddenly goes across the floor.
Yeah.
That would be our reading list right now. But anyway, should we say bye for now?
Bye!